boys and girls. Today I'm going to read a story called Grace at Christmas by Mary Hoffman, illustrated by Cornelius Van. Grace loved Christmas. It was her favorite day of the year, even better than her birthday. She loved the tree with all its colored lights and fancy baubles and presents piled up underneath it, going to church with Ma and Nana on Christmas morning, and then coming back for a huge dinner. And she loved acting out the Christmas story too. When she couldn't get anyone else to join in, she was Mary, Joseph, and all the shepherds and angels as well. And Papa had to be the animals in the stable, even though he didn't like dressing up as much as Grace did. Grace especially liked it when Ma and Nana joined in, and they could be the three wise men together, carrying presents for the baby. This part is better, said Grace. 3 kings and 3 of us. We don't really have enough people in our family to act out the whole story. As long as Grace could remember, it had been just her, Ma, and Nana for Christmas. Well, Grace, said Ma one morning late in December, it looks as if we're going to have some extra people to stay. Maybe they'll join in your Christmas play this year. What people? Asked Grace. She wasn't sure she was going to like having strangers to stay. You remember Rosalie, the ballet dancer? Asked Nana. My old friend's granddaughter? Is a ballet dancer coming? Asked Grace. That would be wonderful, like having a real Christmas tree fairy in the house. No, said Nana. It's her sister and her niece. They can't get a flight back to Trinidad. So we said that Anita and her little girl can stay with us. Savannah is just your age, Grace. It will be fun for you, said Mom. But Grace wasn't sure it would be fun at all. For a start, she would have to give up her room to these visitors. We can't say no room at Christmas time, can we, Grace? Said Mom. Christmas is time for families, said Nana. Grace thought, but they aren't our family. I wish we had a stable for them. But she didn't say it. She grumbled to her friends at school, though. I know, said Kester. I have to let my auntie have my room and sleep on the sofa. We have to have both sets of grandparents, and it's all a big squash until they go, said Maria. You can come and sleep at my house, said Amy. I don't think my ma would let me, said Grace. Maybe this Savannah will be nice, said Raj. But when Savannah and her mother arrived 2 days before Christmas, Grace didn't think she was going to get along with her. Savannah was very quiet, and she didn't seem interested in any of Grace's books or toys, and she didn't seem very grateful to be given Grace's room either. The only thing she liked was Pawpaw, who sat on her lap, purring. She's not very friendly, Grace whispered to Nana as she snuggled into a camp bed in Nana's room. Just like one of those pink princesses I decided I didn't want to be. Well, I expect she's just shy, Grace, said Nana. Give her time. It's hard being in a stranger's home. Grace hadn't thought about that. She thought Savannah was a stranger, not her. The next day, before the visitors got up, Grace called her papa in Gambia. She was sure he would understand how she felt. But Papa said, your ma and Nana are doing a kindness for a friend, Grace. You must make your guest feel welcome. I wish it could be you coming to have Christmas with us, said Grace. You and Jatu and Nina and Bakari. I don't think your ma would like that, said Papa. Grace knew he was right, but she felt sad that she would never celebrate Christmas with her ma and Papa together. later that day, Grace heard noises coming from her room. She opened the door quietly and found Savannah lying on her bed and crying. "What's the matter?" said Grace. "Are you sick?" "No," sobbed Savannah, "but I want to be in my own room, in my own house with my own family. And I'm sad because this year we won't be having Christmas with my daddy back on the island." Grace could understand this. "I'm sorry," she said. "I won't have Christmas with my papa either. He doesn't live with us anymore. He has another family in Africa. But we can try to make it a Merry Christmas for the both of us, just the same." Savannah dried her eyes and asked Grace to tell her all about her family. Grace was surprised to find that she and Savannah were becoming friends. She got Savannah to tell her all about her Aunt Rosalie. "Nana took me to see her dance once," Grace said. "It was the best thing ever." "I've only seen her dance once," said Savannah. "She's usually on tour, like now." "Would you like to play ballet dancers?" asked Grace. "I've got lots of clothes in my dress-up box." Soon the two girls were twirling around the bedroom in Nana's old lace curtains. But imagine their surprise when at supper time the real ballet dancer turned up. It was Rosalie, just back from her tour, with armfuls of presents for her sister and her niece, and lots for Grace's family too. "It's so good of you to give them a nice family Christmas," she said. "I have to stay in a hotel and I start rehearsals again the day after Christmas." "Come back and have Christmas Day with us then," said Grace. "Nana always makes lots of food and Savannah and I are going to put on a Christmas play." "Then I'd love to join you if that's all right with your ma and your Nana," said Rosalie. Grace was thrilled. They were going to have a real live ballerina with them on Christmas Day. After church and before dinner, there was a proper Christmas play in Grace's apartment. Savannah and Mary, and Grace was Joseph. Anita was an angel, and Ma and Nana were shepherds. Nana doubled as the innkeeper, saying, "No room." "Your Nana would never say that," Savannah whispered to Grace. "She'd let everyone in." "It's much more fun with lots of people," said Grace. Then Anita, Ma, and Nana changed costumes and became the wise men, while Grace and Savannah stayed in the stable with Papa. He kept wanting to get in the manger with the baby doll because Grace had lined it with straw. Rosalie was an audience of one. She clapped and she cheered for them all. Then she asked if she could dance for them. "I brought my pointe shoes," she said, and there, right in Grace's living room, wearing clothes from the dress-up box, a proper ballerina danced a solo for them all. "Did you have a good day, Grace?" asked Nana, when all the celebrations were over and Rosalie had gone. "It was the best Christmas ever," said Grace. "Can they all come again next year?" And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed our fireside read aloud. Have a wonderful day.